welcome to Talking Comics issue 37. We're back once again with Zach.
Hello guys.
The man of the moment, and this time it's my moment because I'm not having you run the show again. We've got so many reviews to do.
I know, it's going to be a good one.
And you were just reading them just 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, preparing myself, making sure I'm on top of this.
Yes, I'm glad to see you've done your homework this week. Look, last week we had quite last time we spoke, we had quite a nice response.
Now, did we?
Yeah.
Yeah. What changed? What was different from normal?
I don't. Probably because you were in charge.
See, like I told you, you should keep me in charge. People
Yes.
like it more.
Yeah, I'm
more views.
I'm getting that impression, guys. It's not good. I'm not joking. Look, let's get going. Let's get going, shall we?
It's because I've got all the comic book knowledge. You just know.
As I was told today, Zach the Hack. That's my new.
I wasn't a fan of that. I'm going to take that up with the
That was the boss. That was last week.
Low down the
That was
packet.
last week.
Yeah,
Zach
that was
the
this
Hack.
all about.
Anyway. I'm going to talk about Avengers Arena, and I'm holding issues 1 to 6 here because I really want to talk about the trade, not the comics, and I don't happen to have the trade on me for whatever reason this week. But I've got the individuals, and these comics are unbelievable.
Good.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I didn't know where I was going to go with that.
Unbelievably bad. No, they're unbelievably good. They are really good.
Yeah?
And yeah, the first issue, right off the bat, deaths all around.
I heard that. I heard that people really like it because they're not afraid.
They're not afraid to
just kill them off.
murk all the characters. Let me tell you what it's about for those people that don't know, okay? If you haven't seen Battle Royale, then you're a cinematic idiot. I mean, I shouldn't be insulting our people that watch the show. If you haven't seen Battle Royale, go and watch it. It is one of the great... Yeah?
I haven't seen Battle Royale.
You are a cinematic idiot. I actually knew that. If you haven't seen Battle Royale, go and watch it, and you need to go and watch it. It's a Japanese movie about a classroom of kids that get put onto an island, and only one's allowed to leave, and they get random weapons. Good luck, and God bless. Right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, and obviously, when I say this, most people are thinking, hold on a minute, isn't that the plot of a crappy Hunger Games movie?
That's totally what I was thinking. I was like, that's been done.
No, this came out long before Hunger Games, and in fact, it's done a kind of ode to this movie, not the Hunger Games, obviously. I'm talking about Battle Royale, because the picture is very similar to the original movie title page. No, that's not what I'm looking. The movie poster, original movie poster, looked very similar to that, and hopefully I'll put something up there in front of us so you can see. But from issues 1 to 6, they are put on an island by some unknown powerful guy.
Seems to be quite enjoying it, according to
Yeah, and you get this kind of that's a weird cover. I don't really understand why they did that. I mean, they're not just hanging out on an island in Barbados or anything. They are literally stuck on an island where they can they need to kill each other. However, there is some resistance from them. They don't particularly want to kill each other. They're all good guys. But the main lines in this comic comes from the fact that the guy says that some of you are going to be forced into areas of your character that you may never known existed, right? And there will be maybe one hero out of the lot of you, and that was an interesting.
So why are they killing each other? Why?
Because he won't let them off the island until they're.
So they've been trapped on the island.
Yeah, they've been trapped there. It's very similar as well to Secret Wars.
Okay.
See, yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
So that
Do you know who the villain is?
Well, we do know who the villain is. The villain is Arcade, but
he's a good villain.
He's a solid villain. He's a solid villain, but he kind of just turns up, tells everybody they need to fight each other, and then walks away. And then they all.
That's classic Arcade.
They kind of all give him the middle finger, and then he turns back up, and then.
They fight each other.
Yeah, he's like, if you don't, then one of you. Right. Well, he basically says to them, right, one of you's going to die.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you that was. You need to read the comic, but he kills one of them. He kills one of them.
Right.
Straight up, just to prove a point. So, it was quite a tense moment in the comic, and that's just in the first issue, I might add.
That is classic Arcade.
Yeah.
I built the staff trap. You're all in it.
If you don't
fight, or you don't,
or nothing, or you're all dead. Yeah. So the fighting kind of begun, but the action kind of slowed up a little bit to build the storyline, and I think they've done a fabulous job. The artwork is superb. It looks great. I really, really love how it's moulding with the storyline. Read it. You read it?
No.
Get onto it.
No.
Get onto it. So what have you got for us?
What have I got? I've got the big one, the one that everyone's been talking about. Superman Unchained. I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was really good. I thought it was going to be one of those ones, spit. It's a bit overhyped.
Did you think it was going to be overhyped? Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of the overhype.
Really did, but no, it was really good. It's a really solid opener.
Yeah.
I can't say like it's a fantastic story because it's not. It's just that first part. It's that opener. But he does well with the characters. Like you don't think he's going to do all that, but he does. I mean, he starts off really sort of just like. It starts off in like Japan, and this bomb's been dropped, and this beast comes out of this bomb.
Yeah.
And it just jumps to Superman fighting a massive satellite who he thinks Luthor's caused.
And the artwork, Jim Lee, you can see straight away he's knocking it out of the park. Yeah, go on. Sorry, you were saying.
Do this to me every week, every week. Just cuts me
What are my
off in a sentence,
skills?
and
What are my
I'm
skills?
done.
You were saying that this villain like.
Yeah, and
out.
he's fighting this thing in space, which is basically a big metal sort of nuclear bomb, which is falling to Earth.
Right.
And he automatically blames Lex Luthor.
Right.
It's not Lex Luthor. Like Lex Luthor says, it's not me. What have I got to gain from this?
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But and then it jumps to the end with these army guys, and they're sort of panicking, and it reveals the big baddie who was also the character.
Is it at the back of this book?
Yeah.
So there is a big reveal in here.
Yeah, but it's not a baddie you've ever heard of. It's a new.
Right, it's a new baddie.
So it's not something.
So it's not such a massive reveal because we're not spoiling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But it's a good start.
You were telling me that there was the moment that you really enjoyed. I didn't really get to hear much of it.
See, I thought it was really cool. There's
What
this bit where he's trying to get to the like nuclear core,
Right.
and he needs to like deactivate it, but he can't because it's lead lined and he can't see through it.
Right.
But he uses X-ray vision to look into like one of the electrical circuits
Yeah.
that controls it, and he decides to fry it.
Right.
Using his X-ray vision, which he intensifies to release what he says is gamma.
Right.
Which fries the electrical circuit.
Right. And this
he
is
had a problem
this is a message to Scott Snyder. Gamma rays penetrate more than X-rays. They are higher frequency. So actually, if he wanted to melt wiring, he would have to reduce the frequency. For example, maybe infrared or something. But if it was metallic, it's going to reflect, meaning that none of that is going to work.
And Scott, if you didn't already know...
I call bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just calling it that.
And Scott, if you didn't already know, people can't actually fly and use superpowers as well. So I'd get your facts straight, mate.
No, look, all right, look, you know, superheroes has always been like that. You know, you take the leap of faith that they have the powers, that these powers exist within the realm, breaking some laws of physics, but you assume that for everybody else, that the laws of physics apply. So, for example... Mr. Joe Bloggs doesn't just randomly jump up into the air and start flying, because if everyone was flying, it would be pretty
I'm sorry, your problem with this comic book is that the physics aren't correct. Name me one comic where the physics are 100% correct.
Whatever, I just think that people should be educated about getting the physics right. I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong, gamma rays would penetrate further, they'd penetrate further, but to deliver their load, right, of energy, you know, whatever, it's just, gamma rays penetrate nearly everything apart from lead, so it's just I'm calling
science.
I'm calling BS.
Science.
That's all I'm saying. Science. Science. I'm gonna go. It's my turn. And here I've got. Can I take? Wait a minute. Let me take this off.
Let me open this up.
Let me open this bad boy.
A book we can both agree on for once.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
I have a rough idea.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
You do. You're probably right. Yeah. All New X-Men by Brian Michael Bendis.
It's fantastic.
It's probably the best of the Marvel now.
It's Bendis. Bendis at his best though. Like,
Yeah.
I thought he was sort of a bit past it. No.
I'm actually going to say something here that may or may not annoy people. This is Brian Michael Bendis' best ever book.
You know what? I think I'd agree. Like,
Wow!
I think I'd agree. It
Wow.
is fantastic. Like,
It is that good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. And I think I'm going to call it here instant classic.
yeah, straight away.
I'm going to call it right now. I'm telling you now. If you haven't had a chance to read this, then get onto it. I think that it would help, but it's not a necessity to read Avengers vs. X-Men.
No, I wouldn't bother with.
I don't think it's not a necessity, but it helps. Yeah, that's what I said. And I just think that the storyline. Should we talk a little bit? Let's talk a little bit about the storyline. You've got the new X-Men who have been very different to the old school X-Men in their moral attitude towards life and how they feel they can change the world.
Yeah.
And they've come such a long way. They've evolved so much in their personality and the way people write them as well. They're just the characters, the characterization.
Yeah, so much has happened to them.
Yeah,
It really has affected
You know,
them.
it really has. And what they do is, Brian Michael Bendis does something really clever. He gets the old characters who were back in the day, Jean Grey, still alive.
Still the innocent characters.
Still the
that haven't
innocent.
been through all this.
They
all
haven't
this
been
stuff.
through all the, shit, right?
No.
Come back and they meet the new versions of themselves. And oh my god, are they not happy?
Yeah, no, not in the slightest.
Oh my god, it's so true, because you just wouldn't have thought about it unless Brian Michael Bendis pointed it out, that they are almost opposite, morally opposite in the way that they're approaching things.
Especially like Scott Summers.
Oh, Cyclops, Scott Summers.
Because he
is
has to
like
he meets
polar opposite.
Yeah, he meets
Unbelievable.
himself after AVX, where, well, you'll know that Scott Summers kills Professor X.
Yes.
So you've got young Scott Summers meeting old Scott Summers, and they're just like
Can't
completely
believe
opposite
it.
characters.
Just like he's like, I would never do like something like that. I
Yeah.
just don't understand how something like that. And it just it plays on the mind. It's almost psychological, some of the stuff in there. But something else I want to talk about, because Brian Michael Bendis has already had a million people tell you how wonderful he is, and he is brilliant. But Immonen's artwork is just out of this world.
All the artists on it are fantastic. You got Immonen, Marquez, and Pichelli.
Yeah,
does it as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Is it Pichelli?
Yeah, in the new stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's Pichelli. They're all fantastic artists on it.
But these first few issues, can I just talk about one thing else as well? Are you liking the new hardcovers? Are you liking this look?
I don't dislike it.
I just think that I like them. I like them, but I'm disappointed at Marvel's attempt to cheapen the product.
Yeah, it does. It looks a bit cheap.
It looks a bit cheaper, doesn't it? There's no cover, there's no sleeve. It goes straight into it, and at the back they've got they've got their code on a piece of card, which actually ruins the book in some way. If I can just point this out, if you're trying to read the book, right? Say you're trying to read the. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm just trying to read the. Oh, wait a minute. I can't. And that is wrong. Just saying it.
I think that's a mountain out of a molehill.
Do you think so?
Type thing you've got going on.
All right, fine. But let us know what you think. I think that when you open a book, it should stay on the page that you've opened it to, so you can actually read it. I don't like it when I'm trying to read a book and then it just closes.
Back to the book.
Yes.
Overall,
Brilliant.
yeah, it is fantastic.
Shame that one of Marvel's best things has come out in a hardcover that I think isn't up to their standards. Just
Well, get it in the singles like the rest of us.
no.
That's what I've got to say.
Come on, let's hear your last one. What do you got for us this week?
I've got a bit of a weird one.
Where is it?
It's on the top shelf.
Oh, it's on the top.
There we
Oh,
go.
I can't find it. Here you go.
I've got a bit of a weird one for my last one.
What is it?
It came out today, well, 2 weeks ago for everyone that's watching this. The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. Now, on principle, I didn't want to like it.
Why not?
Because it's written by Gerard Way,
And what's wrong with Gerard Way?
who's lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
So?
Who, just because of that, I didn't want to like it. 'Cause
Alright.
I can't stand the band.
Okay.
I can't at all.
All right.
But, it was alright. It's very weird. It's very dark. It's a bit depressing. It's about this.
Can I have a look at the artwork?
Yeah, go for it. It's about this girl who used to hang around with a group of superheroes, and now they're all dead. And she was only like little when she used to hang out with them, and now it's just her story of like surviving this world where it appears there's these two different sides, like this evil big chemical corporation who they call like the vampires and the scarecrows,
Yeah.
who are a big threat, and then this sort of gang of rogue superheroes who she encounters.
Yeah.
And they're just sort of fighting to survive. It's that sort of post-apocalyptic world type scenario.
Mad Max.
And you need more. Before I can judge it completely, I need more, because I don't quite know what's going on.
Right.
But
It's a setup, and it's a half decent setup. Is
It's
that what
good.
you're saying? Because
Yeah.
that's what I'm understanding.
yeah, it's good.
What did you think of the artwork?
Does the job.
Does the job.
Does the job.
Nothing
It's that
special.
classic
It's got
indie
Becky
book.
Cloonan on it.
But everyone who bought
Sean
that,
Simon.
it seems to
Okay.
be they only bought it because it's Gerard Way, My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
But this is what I want to get away from.
And
'cause-
fans of the Umbrella Academies.
Yeah, this is what I want to get away from, because from a writer perspective, it's quite a good first issue. It's a good comic. Like, if you're not a Gerard Way fan, you should pick it up because it's a good comic.
Right.
Like, you don't need to be a Gerard Way fan. I'm not at all in the slightest.
think-
Making that clear.
I think they've got the point that you don't like Gerard Way.
Yeah, but good first issue.
Should I read it? Would I like it?
You'd say the same as me. You need more. Because
okay.
you always want something to happen.
I need something. I'm just one of these people that I just need something to. I need to see where there's a window of what's going to happen. Just a tiny bit of the story. A hook, I like to call it. I need a hook in a story before I decide whether it's any good.
But it seems like quite a good...
Did you have a hook in here? Do you feel like there was something that kept...
Yeah.
Would you pick up the second issue?
I think I would. I think
Okay.
I do. It's a good, unique premise. Like, it's not the same old rubbish they've been throwing.
And last week, Rich told us that it was selling very well.
Oh, it's selling phenomenally.
Okay.
But that's mainly by Jared Way fans.
Right, fair enough. Okay. Well, look, guys, thank you so much for staying with us and listening to Zach's review on issue 37. Is that right? Wow, we've got to
it
issue
right,
37. I know. And please stay tuned again for issue 38. We'll see you again soon.
Cheers, guys.